While you can't get good without actually drawing, there are a lot of sneaky ways to help supplement your learning that I think is worth pointing out. So this is what this video is going to be about. Okay, let's go. Okay, so first, take a drawing that you really like for any reason at all. It doesn't need to be technically excellent. It's just gotta be something that's dear to you personally, and just observe and ponder. Why do you like it so much? How did the artist manage to do this? Is it their technical mastery, their subject matter, the color choices, or just how relatable it is to your current situation? And while yes, there are definitely real practical techniques artists can use to make their work more appealing on a objective level, you know, like good anatomy, good composition, the fundamental exists for a reason. But drawing is a creative exercise as much as it is a technical one. And I mean, the technical bits are already covered in mandatory study session. You don't have to worry about that here. This little observation exercise is more about training and developing your own bias towards the sort of art that you resonate with. And along with your observation skill, of course, is a really important skill to develop as a creative. Everyone lacks a piece of art for all sorts of different reasons, right? Like, just look at any discussion online of your favorite media and you just see it firsthand. And while consumers will just wave it off as like something they just like, as a creator, it's kind of your job to actually think about why they actually like it beyond like a simple comment. So one of the best ways to go about doing that is to just ponder upon why you personally like this particular piece of art, because you're a consumer as well. Go and experiment on yourself. Go figure out what makes good art and you'll be able to make good art. Plus, the more you're in tune with the artistic side, the better you'll be able to really filter realities to your own personal taste and start actually making creative and original stuff. Like, that's what creativity is at the end of the day. It's just the ability to take in cool stuff that you see and spin it in your own ways. Similar to the last one, but this time we're going to be taking all of your drawings and putting them together in one place. Ideally in something like PureRef, because it's free in its space. Then you're going to look through all of them and just write down all of the stuff that you think needs to be worked on, along with whatever you think you're doing well at too. You want both, because the stuff that you're good at is going to serve as that much needed confirmation, motivational boost. Like, obviously, if I see that my backgrounds and lighting are consistently competent, that's going to make me more confident for the next background piece and lighting setup that I tackle, right? This art thing is hard, okay? You just take all of the wins that you can possibly get. And vice versa too. The stuff that I suck at is just one big red arrow pointing out all the stuff that I need to start patching up. Success show us where we're at, failure show us where we need to go next. But beyond that, this exercise is gonna help you to be more comfortable with the concept of just sucking. Like, we're so conditioned by our school and upbringings to be afraid of failing and just being bad stuff that we really never develop a healthy relationship with it. How many times have you stared at your ugly broken mess of a drawing or like a failed test and think to yourself that you're just talentless or inherently broken or whatever else? Like, forcing yourself to analyze your own flawed work without immediately resorting to self-depreciation is an extremely valuable skill when pursuing anything. And since it is a skill, the more you do it, the better you get at it. Plus, your own subjective feedback matters a lot more than you might think, because aside from the obvious benefit of trial and error and, you know, improvement over iteration, what makes a piece of drawing, or art for that matter, has always and will always be the human bias. It's part of the reason why AI gen junk just does not hit the same as human-made stuff, even if the disparity in quality is massive. Humans aren't perfect, and what makes the stuff we create special and appealing are the fact that we deliberately choose to do things imperfectly or suboptimally or inefficiently, our own personal interests, and sometimes due to technical limitation as well. Like, we don't just make a bunker to live in, we decorate it with fancy patterns and shape, because creating makes monkey brain happy. And we don't just draw a perfectly anatomical body or realistic lighting condition every single time. We morph and bend and twist and cut all sorts of corners so we don't actually have to draw every single muscle or every single light ray. If you want to see what happens when you strip away all of the personality and just go all in on practicality, just step outside and look at more in architecture or design, okay? Like, perfectly serviceable but devoid of any sense of fun. When you're critiquing your own work, you're also filtering your mistakes through your own sense of bias and preferences. You may have heard saying that an art style is just a way of drawing something incorrectly. And sure, while this ugly lump of a mess certainly had a lot of issue, I personally like this sort of cartoonish, simplistic, highly optimized method of conveying a character that Passion was trying to go for. So instead of opting for a more objective route, I just kept drawing characters incorrectly and polishing up the rough edges until I arrived at something I can generally be happy with. This, in my opinion, is the real value of self-critique. While skilled artists and professionals can highlight the more objective errors you may have missed, only you ultimately truly understand what makes your art yours. I don't care that this isn't a correct way to draw a character. I like it, and I'll keep doing it, and I'll keep improving upon it. At the end of the day, this art thing really has no rules. Like, you can do whatever you want, honestly. Just make sure you're still doing your fundamental grinds if you're actually interested in improving on a technical level. For this one, you're just going to passively listen to art videos and resources in the background while you're doing something else. If you're someone who likes having a podcast or a playlist, this will feel right at home, okay? Of course, you're probably gonna walk away with like 10% of it, but the beauty of it is that you can always listen to it again, and again, and again, and I must have listened to Marco's 10 Minutes to Better Paying series like a dozen times now, genuinely. It's just a super cheeky way to get some free art knowledge in when you're doing art. Heck, I like to listen to random art tutorial when I'm like cleaning up as well. Like, it's a neat way to have some company while just doing chores. I got a public playlist of the ones I really like if you need a quick start. Even made a vid curating some of my absolute favorite too. Just make sure you aren't spending more time listening about drawing than actually drawing, okay? It doesn't work like that. Remember to start the vid. You can also go one step further by just checking out written tutorials on Pinterest and DeviantArt too, I suppose, or look out Reddit posts and forum discussion in your spare time. We're so used to getting our information source via videos that we kind of forgot about all the other medium. Sometimes you just need a simple, straight to the point explanation rather than like a 10-minute presentation about the actual stuff. Not to say the fluffs aren't needed, but you know, sometimes you just need to know how to rebind the flip command, okay? I don't need to watch a full tutorial on Clip Seal Paint itself, no thanks. Genuinely, I got a lot of mileage out of just checking out these simple tutorials and tips when I'm just scrolling through my Pinterest feed. It is surprisingly effective, and it's a testament to just how much of an info sponge your brain is. The best part is that you can always supplement them with in-depth breakdown from your favorite channels to get a more complete picture of the subject layer if you want. It's a win-win, and certainly a more productive use of your time than mindlessly doom scrolling without intent, right? The last advice for this vid is basically this meme. Like reciting formula before that math or physics test, try redrawing stuff with just your imagination. The physical act of drawing itself is really just you conveying what your head understands onto the canvas anyway, so hey, if there's no canvas around or you just can't be bothered to grab one, use your imagination instead. You can doodle characters, background, playing around with color palettes and composition, proportion. You can take a piece and redraw in your mind. It can be a one-to-one replica, or if you really want to have some fun, try and twist it in your own style and taste. Not only is this just a neat creative exercise and like a way to keep your technical understanding sharp, it's also a great way to find new ideas for your next drawing too. All of the stuff I have made that you can see stem from me just listening to music and doodling stuff in my head. You know, instead of brainstorming when you need to work on a new piece, why not just bank a bunch of potential ideas in your head, or preferably on a notebook somewhere, and reference them when you need it? I know it sounds ridiculous, okay? Like, how is drawing stuff in my head supposed to actually make me get better at drawing in the physical plane? But just give it a try, okay? I guarantee you'll get something out of it. I'm not crazy. This thing does work. And that's it. Remember, these aren't some miracle hacks that'll let you skip the actual work required, okay? They're merely cheeky, sneaky ways to get some bonus XP during downtime. If you want to get good at drawing, the only real way to go about doing that is to make some drawing. Even if you spend every day and every hour doing all of these exercises I mentioned above, it literally won't amount to much if you aren't actually putting the pen down. If you're wondering about the random gameplay footage in the background, it's because I'm experimenting, because I noticed how boring it is to just even watch my own speed paint. So like, if I can't stand it, I doubt any of you can anyway, and that might explain why the retention on the vid is absolutely abysmal. Plus, isn't it neat to see me absolutely chewing through the gungeon with my elite level gamer skill? My deepest apologies to like the 2 people that actually enjoy watching the speed paint, but I want to try something else. This is my channel, okay? I can do what I want with it. And I'm pretty sure there are plenty of channels out there that makes way better looking art than me for your viewing pleasures. Thanks for watching though. See you in the next one.